Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to deal with computer science first unit. Everyone take page number 5. Okay. Last class till which topic we saw? Till the fifth generation of the computer we saw. Today in this class we are going to see about computer languages. Okay. Okay. Everyone take a book. If you have your book, take your book. Those who don't have the book, just follow this video. Else the PDF which I have sent last week now, you can follow that too. Okay. Okay. Computer language. Okay, basically before starting we'll see what is a computer language. As a human beings, we have some language. We know English. So I am speaking in English. Since I am speaking in English, you can understand the language. Why? Because you also know the English language, right? So humans have few languages: English, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, and so on. But computer, this is a machine. Can we speak our language to this machine? No, it's of no use. So for that, we have something called machine language. What? Machine understandable language. Machine language. Okay. Okay. That is basically we used to call it as programming language. Why it is called as programming language? In using this machine language, what you will give? You will give instruction or program. Instruction to the computer. According to that instruction, the computer will work. This is a basic thing. We all know, right? The same thing only. So using this programming language, we are giving instruction to the computer. Okay. Using this programming language, we will give instruction to the computer. Since we are giving some programming, it is called programming language. Okay. Okay. Simple explanation. Mostly every explanation will be in the name itself. Okay. Programming language. A computer language, also known as programming language, consists of symbols and characters used to give the instruction to a computer. What the programming language will have, as of we know very well, while writing the program, if we write any program, in higher classes you will write a program. At that time, while we write a program in any software, like C, C++, you can write a program in any software only, like this Logo, Basic, Fortran, C, C++, and so on. Okay, while writing a program in these languages, programming languages, the programs will consist of what and what? Symbols and characters. It will consist of few symbols and few characters. Okay, okay. While going deeply, we will understand little bit more. Okay, okay. A computer language, also known as programming language, computer language, which is also known as programming language, consists of symbols and characters. Why it consists of symbols and characters? By using that symbols and characters, by giving programming language, what we are going to do? To give instructions to a computer. To give an instruction to the computer. That's all. Simple thing, basic thing, right? Okay, okay. Then, computers can only process information in the form of series of numbers. So all information and instruction given to a computer must finally reach it in a special language which consists of two numbers 0 and 1 only. The language of numbers is called machine language. This was the first language. In fact, in the first generation of computers, all instruction and data had to be fed in this language. You can realize that this was extremely difficult task and could only be done by an expert. Okay. I'll explain about that. You know, the computer understand only programming language. The computer can understand only what language? Programming language. We know that very well. But how the programming language is written in a computer? See, there are many softwares to write programming language. These are those. These are called programming language softwares, because using this software only you will be writing a programming. You will be writing a programming. Okay, okay. Logo, Basic, Fortran, C, C++, COBOL, Pascal, Algol, Escape. I mean Java. Okay, okay, like this. Using the softwares only, you will be writing programming. So these softwares are called programming language softwares. Okay, okay. In this programming, what you will be writing? For example, let's take C, C++. In your higher classes, you will study about this. C, C++. most widely used language today. Even nowadays, C plays a very good role. Even nowadays, they are using this software a lot. Okay, using this software, what we'll be writing in this software? In this software, we'll be giving programs. By giving that program in this software, we will ask the computer to do certain operation. That's all, simple thing. For example, if you want this computer to do some mathematical calculation, you should give program in this programming language software. According to that instruction, according to that program what you gave, the computer will work. That's all. This computer will work. That's all. Simple thing. Okay. According to the instruction what you give in this programming language software, the computer will work. Okay. Don't confuse with the instruction and program. Instruction and program is more or less similar only. According to the instruction or the program what you give in this programming language software, the computer will do the certain operation. If you want the computer to do mathematical calculation, the instruction or the program should be in according to the mathematical calculation. If you want the computer to play a video, the instruction or a program should be given in the way to play a video like that. For each and everything, there should be a set of program. Okay. With the help of program only, this computer will work. Okay, that's all. Okay. But one more thing. In this programming language, we will be giving in most English language only. Mostly we will be using English language only to give the program. In which in C, C++, Fortran and all, mostly English language will be used to give a program. But the computer doesn't understand English language now. But how the computer understands? That's what we'll see now. The computer basically understands 0 and 1 only. It doesn't know any other language. It doesn't know it doesn't know English. It doesn't know any other language. It doesn't understand any other characters also, special symbols also. Any special symbols also it doesn't understand. But we are giving programming in English only. But how the computer understands? Simple thing. How the computer understands? That only we are going to see. Whatever the program you write in this programming software, it is then converted into this 0 and 1 language. Understood? Simple thing. Whatever the program you will be writing in English in any of the software, whatever the program you give in this software those instructions will be converted into zeros and ones. Okay, that converted zeros and ones will be fed into the computer or processor. Okay, according to that 0 and 1, the computer will understand and work. All the process what you work in computer is carried out in the same way. For example, you are minimizing this tab. It works in the same way. We are clicking the mouse button, but it is converted into zeros and ones, and then the computer understands and works. You are scrolling it, 0 and 1. It works in the way of 0 and 1. You are scrolling it, but it is converted into 0 and 1. You are clicking on this YouTube link. You are clicking on the YouTube link, but it is converted and worked with the help of zeros and ones. Okay. So the computer knows what? 0 and 1. That's all. That is what the computer knows. But we will be writing the program with the help of English language and special symbols. But those things are converted into zeros and ones and sent to the computer processor, and the computer will understand and do the required operation. That's it. This is how each and every computer works. Even cell phone is a computer. This is how cell phone works. Even in watch you have computer, smartwatch. Even the smartwatch works in the same way. All these things knows only 0 and 1. Okay. Nowadays, in this present world, we have all these programming language, and so we are writing a program in this English language, and that is converted to 0 and 1. But in olden days, directly they'll be writing in 0 and 1 only. All the programs to do certain operations are written in 0 and 1 only in olden days. then you think how hard it would be for them. Okay, that's what explained in this paragraph. We'll go for the next paragraph. Third generation of computer languages such as Algo, Algal, Logo, Algal, Basic, Fortran, COBOL, Pascal, C, C++ enabled us to communicate with computer easily. The third generation of computer language are known as high-level languages. Third generation computer. We know what is third generation computer because in last class we saw very well. I'll show you it. Third generation computer. After IC came into the world, third generation computer plays a major role, like IBM 360, IBM 370, all those things. Okay. From third generation computer, not only just third generation computer, from third generation computer, the computer languages, these languages plays a main role. Plays a main role. Why plays a main role? Because of these language only, we could easily convert with this computer machine. Using those programming language only, we could easily communicate or make it to understand, okay, with the computer machine, this machine. Okay, that's what from the third generation these languages plays a major role. Okay. These languages are also called high level language. Okay, but the 0 and 1 and on, these languages are also called low level language. That is a small difference you should understand. This is a basic thing. These 0 and 1 are known as low level language. These Logo, Algal, Basic, Fortran, these are known as high level language. Why? Why? Because high level means don't think it is hard. It is easy. High level means easy language. It is in high level, you can easily program, like that you think. It is in higher level, you can easily program. Okay, but the 0 and 1, it is low level. It is also called machine language. It is low level language. It is hard to program. That is why, but the computer understands this low level language only, machine language only. So this high level language is converted into low level language and the machine understands. That is okay. But this high level language, writing this high level language is easier. Writing this low level language is hard. Okay, that's it. Today, you do not even need the knowledge of computer language to work on the computer. The graphic environment makes working on the computer very simple. You only have to select and click images or icons to start using applications. Computers have now become extremely user friendly and can be used by anyone with very little knowledge of computer. See, today, is it necessary for everyone to know the language? No. Only the software engineers, if they know to write a programming language, that is so enough. According to the programming language, everything will work. But do everyone want to know that programming language? No need to know. But can we use computer? Yeah, easily we could use computer. How? With the help of graphic icons. These are the icons. These are the graphic icons. By seeing this icon, you will understand it is Google Chrome. By seeing this icon, you will understand it is PowerPoint. By seeing this icon, you will understand Word. But these are what icons? Graphical icons. Those are pictures, graphics only, right? So graphical icons. Okay. Using this graphical icon, you can use a computer. Anyone can use a computer. But it is not necessary for everyone to know the programming language to use the computer. Programming language, the software engineers, computer engineers, if they know, that is enough. But others, we can easily click on the graphics and we can know what we wanted to know. That's it. Okay, students. We'll go for the next topic. Programming a computer. A computer works by processing the data according to the instruction given. You know very well, as I told before, how the computer works. It works with the instruction given to it. Okay. The instruction have to be given in a computer language. This also I told. How the instruction it is to be given? It is to be given through computer language only. Computer language. The computer always works on one instruction at a time. It processes the instruction in a serial order. but you will give instruction to a computer. How the computer works with those instruction, it will work out the first instruction, and then it will go for the second instruction, and it will go for the third instruction. In a proper serial order only this instruction will be processed. But for processing one instruction as a human being, at least we will say will take 1 or 2 seconds, but computer, no, it will work in fractions of seconds, depending on the speed of computer or speed of RAM or speed of processor. These instructions are processed in seconds, fractions of seconds, like 1 by 10,000, 1 second by divided by 10,000. Then you see, then you think what will be the speed of processing instruction for reading and processing one instruction. It will take very less than 1 second, very less than 1 second. Okay. So you think what is the speed of a computer? That is how the computer works in today's present world. It works very speedily. Okay. A computer always works on one instruction at a time. It processes the instruction in a serial order. It will read one by one instruction and it will process in a serial order, one by one order. Okay. Computer cannot think. We know that very well. Computer cannot think. Therefore, all operations of a computer have to be taught by the person who is programming the computer for specific task. As I told before, the same thing only they have explained. Computer cannot think by its own. So we have to make the computer to work in the way we want with the help of program. That's it. Everything must be properly planned before the program is written. Before writing a program, everything should be properly written. Once you should write the program in a rough sheet, and after going through all those programs, you should start working. Okay. Careful planning is required for complex tasks. Before writing any program, you should write once and see, and you should write it carefully. Okay. People who specialize in computer, in a programming a computer, are called computer programmers. This also I told before. No, those who are very specialized are called as computer programmers or software programmers, whatever it is. Okay. The steps in making a computer program are as follows. There are few steps to be followed to write a program. Directly you won't go and write a program as it is. For doing any process, we have few steps, right? Okay, like that for writing computer program also we have few steps. These are those. Step number 1, understand the problem and plan the solution. Understand what is the problem. First, if you want the computer to do some certain task, any certain task, first you should plan how to make the computer to work. What program should be written? You have to plan according to that. Okay. Next, for this, the programmer makes a flow chart which shows the various steps in a program. This flow chart then carefully examined for any mistakes. First, you should prepare a flow chart. Before writing a program, typing a program in a computer, you should write a flow chart. In that flow chart, you should write everything once and check carefully, have you done any mistake? Then step 2, write the steps shown in a flow chart in a computer programming language. This is called coding. After making a flow chart, you should write the codings to a computer language. You should write the coding. You should type the codings in a computer language. What are those computer languages? C, C++, Java, all those things. You should write in a computer language. That process, that writing process, the typing process is called coding. Okay, coding. Step 3, testing and debugging, during which mistake that might have happened made while coding and detected. After writing the coding in a programming language, what you should do? You should test and debug. You should do something called test and debug. Okay, why it is helpful? It is helpful to detect whether any error is there in the programming. You will write a programming, but it is human nature to make mistake. So while doing testing and debugging process, we will easily understand, we can easily detect what defect is found done in the programming. If any defect is done, then we can rectify it. The result of the program as the computer runs it are examined. For big programs, the output of each part of the program is separately checked. The program may be executed and corrected several times before it is error free. Same thing only, you should write the program and you should test and debug. So if you have any error, that error can be detected. If you write a very big program can be small and medium and very big according to your work process, what you want the computer to do. According to that work process, the program may vary. If you write a very big program, what happens? Each and every set of instructions should be checked several times, okay, before it is error free. After it is error free, you can run the program. That's it. After debugging, the program is ready for use. That's all. After testing and debugging, the program what you have typed is ready to use. It may then be used in storage devices like CD-ROM or DVD for future use or for selling in the market. This is so important. You have written a program. Using that program, some operations can be performed by a computer. Okay, like for example, like playing video, doing calculation, playing games. The games you are playing now, that is also nothing but a set of program only. According to the program, the game works. You are moving forward, you are jumping in a game, you are using the car to move forward and backward, you use the car to rotate. All those are done using the programs only. Okay. So after writing this program, what you can do? You can store this program in CD or DVD or a pen drive and you can sell it in the market. If you want to sell it, you can sell it in the market. If you don't want to sell it, you can keep it for future use. That's it. Okay. That's what they have said. You see, the games and other educational programs that you buy have all gone through the process of programming. The games you play, that is the first main thing. Now, only then we can understand easily what is that, right? Okay, the game and other educational things, everything what is going on as or what is done, it is done through the programming only. It is gone through the process of programming, means it is done with the help of programming only. Thousands of people working in various software companies write this program. Who write all those programs? As of we saw before, software engineers write this program, where they are working in software companies. That's all. Software engineers work in software company now. So the people who working in software company will write all this program. Okay, that's all. Processing the computer program and data. That next class we'll see. For this class, this is enough. Okay. If we go for the next topic now, you might confuse with the programming language. So this is enough about programming language. Till this enough. Next class we'll go for the processing the computer. That's all students for this class. So what you're supposed to do, you kindly go through these two topics. It is a very good topic and it is a necessary topic. So kindly go through this topic once again. Okay. And if any homework is given, kindly do the homework properly. That's it. Okay students, take care. Have a nice day. Bye.